All right, Doc is here in the house. It is Tuesday. He's double parked, I understand. So Doc is Doc's in the pressure cooker right now. No, Doc, appreciate you pulling up. How are
Shout
you?
out to the Birmingham police right now.
It's only a $10 ticket, so don't worry.
All right,
Man, that's all it is.
Yeah, for even out here, yeah, $10.
All right, Doc, let's get straight into it, man.
Kerby
Joseph first. I'm trying to do look, because Kerby is a guy that's taken reps in practice, and the reports out of practice are he limps into the rep, kills the rep, and then limps to the sideline.
Yes.
Yes,
I saw it.
Doc, okay, Doc. Based on what you saw, give me the 30,000 foot.
You know, the 30,000 is football adrenaline. Football adrenaline. No, I mean, he is I don't know. You know, the real answer is I don't know. Can we speculate? He's got mental. He's tuned in. He's locked into his game, and he's doing what he can, and then he comes out of it, right? He relaxes. It's like when you're here, you're so locked into the show. You're on point. And then when you kind of relax, you're like, oh, I do hurt a little bit. You know, my back is bothering me a little bit. Same kind of concepts, but at a much higher level. I mean, he wants to play. He knows they need him right now. I mean, we're definitely needing more players back on the roster than ever right now because this is a big game on Thursday. Does he limp off to be cautious? I think it's more of a cautious behavior. You know, because if he's truly limping, he's not. It's activation, right? So you're activating muscles and ligaments and bones. Everything has a circuitry, and when he's on, he's firing it all for that split second. Can he do it for a whole game where he's getting hit and beat up and thrown into tackles? I'm hesitant there. I'm a little hesitant there.
And Doc, they said it was like a cartilage damage in his knee that they can't really repair, or it's not going to get better until after the offseason. How do you rehab something like that you know you can't really fix until after the offseason?
Well, you can if you want to do it now, and then you end your season. So it's a cartilage. So what's bad about the cartilage, it has a very poor blood supply and has a very poor healing mechanism. So now a lot of the biologics, the cellular medicine we're doing, you know, that could take place. The secret sauce type of thing.
Chicken fiber
chicken
in there
fat,
and stuff.
Yeah,
because
the Synvis and stuff.
Honestly, I had orthoscopic surgery on both my knees because I ran out of cartilage as well in high school, and it was just rubbing on each other raw. And they had to go in there and smooth everything out. And then part of the process was the silicone from an egg or whatever is what they were shooting underneath my kneecap to give me. Is that what Kerby's going through right now?
I don't know if he's actually getting injections, because if he's getting injections, he's had to shut it down. There are other things.
Even if it's just lubrication silicone injections or whatever that...
Well, you have the steroids, and then you have the Synvis type, like the coating. Let's just call it an extra coating that we put in there. Could he do that? Yeah, he could do that. That's all legal to do, and he should be able to do it. Is it take right away? You're talking about an impact player like we always talk about. You got to be ready for 70-mile-an-hour impacts. Is he going to play... You know, what gear is he going to play in? I always refer to gears. He's not going to play in his fifth gear. Out of 5, he's probably going to play in that 3 to 4, but is he going to get beat? Is he going to push him more off the line? What's he going to do to combat that? I think he's a game day. I don't think he's in there every rep, but I think he has purposeful minutes. I mean, have they predicted what he's going to do on Thursday?
No.
I don't think it's been
2
said
days
yet.
ago, he deleted everything on social media, said, God help me. And then the day after, he's on the practice field. So the kind of mixed signals he was sending, because I think all of us assumed that meant the end of his career, right?
I did not assume that. Dan Campbell said during his press conference when he was talking about it that he will be back in individual drills, but his knee's not getting better anytime. And it's not something that's just going to get better. It's something that he's going to have to just deal with. And it's not looking good.
The interpretation in the old days of it's not going to get better until the end, that meant certain things for the medical team, and which we don't do anymore. That's where we just pump them up with steroids, get them feeling good, give them some medication to get through the game, extra rehab after, and we don't really follow that method anymore. We take pieces of it, but it is let's inject for the game, let's give you a little shot to reduce the discomfort and put you in a brace and watch what you're doing. And that's it's a hybrid of it. We don't like back 10 years ago even. It was like steroid shot, Toradol shot. Well, you're playing.
Well, Doc, does that back up to where the game is financially now? Like these players are investments. I mean, you're talking about
Each one
like you look at the money the Lions spent in the offseason, right? For the Lions don't spend money crowd, like they put damn near $1 billion in escrow for all these contracts that they did. Does that play a part into it too?
Totally. Unfortunately, you're following the dollar. But the Lions are in that midst of I want to play, I want to win. So we're not as much as some of the others, and I don't think, like Hutch. We're picking on Hutch right now. Is that a factor? With Joseph. I mean, it plays a role. But you also have your agent there. You have your family there. You're an investment. You're a pure investment.
You're a multi-million-dollar corporation.
You're a multi-million-dollar corporation with no CEO, no COO, no human resources, nothing. You're out there playing, and you're an individual franchise that costs a lot, especially at that level.
Talking with Dr. Pierce here as we do every Tuesday, brought to you by the Michigan Sports and Spine Center, powered by MRI of Southfield. All right, Doc, Terrion Arnold to the IR. And unfortunately, we've talked about Terrion Arnold a lot here this season. And we've talked a lot about his shoulder. And it's the shoulder again, 30,000-foot view.
I mean, he's trying to make it work. I think the guy's putting every effort in. I think there's probably a little bit more anatomical injury there than we all anticipated. Sometimes you can work through it. Like I said, certain players, if your game is from the shoulders down, you can get by. His game is above his shoulders. He's going up a lot above the shoulders. That just creates constant aggravation to the shoulder. I give him credit for trying. Let's not give up. I think we're just going to sit him down. And the Lions have a lot of issues right now. I mean, I know you guys don't want to talk about the Ragnow thing. Just blew me away. Yeah. I mean, if we want to get into it.
No, I mean, Doc. Okay, because there is
not
something
pushing off.
No, there is something that I wanted to ask you about that. How in the hell do you not know that you have a grade 3 hamstring injury? And look, I understand that he's built different, and that was the talk on social media. Like, I do get that. I understand that. But, Doc, when you have a grade 3 hamstring injury, right?
Yeah. I mean, look at I went on record, great, excited. I labeled him his ankle injury, his knee injury, his toe injury, his torn pec. How do you do it? Where did a hamstring come from? Let alone a grade 3. I've complimented the Lions medical team. Kudos to them big time. But they came out with a clear statement, grade 3 hamstring coming out of nowhere. What was he chopping wood too hard? I don't like where did
could it have been in an effort to get back into football shape?
That's
or could
the
have been
only thing
lingering
that I
from
would
when he
say.
was playing.
But still, why would he come and say I'm ready to play when he can't walk? You got a grade 3 hamstring, you're doing nothing.
They were
you
saying
got zero power.
They were saying his pain tolerance was just operating like it's normal. Because you got to remember, this is a guy that played with a broken throat.
Yep.
like he didn't care. His toe was falling off. He didn't care. So a little hamstring injury, who cares?
Not to throw controversy, but if we won the last game, if he had a grade 3?
Probably not.
Probably been a grade 1 or 2.
I agree.
They would have found a doctor that would have made it that way.
Yeah, I just Dan Campbell, MD.
Yep.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. And you go to all my shows, I've only shouted out to Ragnow and this and that. Where'd this come from? I just don't know where it came from.
Doc, last one here, because the people have asked about it, and it was prevalent. We had a very come to Jesus discussion about the Lions in the first segment of the show. It was religious. I'll say it like that. People were divided. But one thing that I think universally that the people wanted to talk about, and this is going to put you in a bad spot, and I understand that.
We could end this show too.
and I understand that, and this is not a fair question of you. I'm gonna put that out there right now.
All right.
Good Lord.
The Lions' injury history last year into this year, is it just, damn, what a bad run of luck? Is it something that they do in training? Is it something that they do in-house? Is it the turf? I've had the turf called into question at Ford Field. Just in general, this run of injury. And I understand that a lot of teams in the league have injury issues. I understand that. With that being said, though, what's your take on that question? It's not fair, I know.
The turf I would erase because we're not having turf injuries, right? The training, I still go about, I mean, I'm kind of consistent when I said, these guys are going at 110%. They're going at 110%, which increases their risk of injury. Are they doing it? Are they playing reckless? I don't see it. Like last year we were a little bit. But, I mean, the injuries now, I mean, God, some of it is bad luck. I mean, they're just nagging injuries. It's not like last year where, you know, fractures and tears and ACL. They're little nagging things, like you said with Arnold. It's his shoulder, it's his knee, a little bit of cartilage. These aren't like major tears, right? They're just little nagging things that just can't get you over the hump. It puts a little hindrance in your game. I guess I'm not answering, but I think overall, I think it's a little nagging stuff, which is wear and tear, which can add up to when you're putting 110% out there, there's an accumulation effect, and you're increasing those reps. Are we resting at the right times? Are we pushing hard at right times? Is it the training staff? I think the training staff has done well. Are we muscle imbalance creating these other injuries? You know, we talked about hamstring injuries. We talked about, because of hamstring injuries, are we balancing their lower extremities from the waist down properly? That could be criticized. That could be looked at. That could be peeled back. I mean, there's certain training methods that do put you at a muscle imbalance. It makes you stronger, but when you're a finesse player, those injuries, when you have over-torqued muscle on a poor ligament or a joint, like I talked to you, maybe we get down to different sports science. We start looking at body habits that it can only handle so much. We had crazy injuries this year. Joints being pulled off, you know, look at Tarek Hill, look at the crazy stuff going on this year. I think the sports science is going to enhance tremendously in the offseason. Kind of like what we did with concussion, how it had a lot of research. I think we're going to see that sports science. What can the body, are we reaching the limits of what this bodies can handle? And I think we're there. I think the Lions are pushing it. You know, we don't have the biggest, strongest guy. You know, like look at St. Brown. I mean, he's not the biggest, strongest guy. He's got these nagging injuries. You know, are we building up too much muscle on the frames that they have? I'll leave you with that.
All right, Doc, as always, man, we appreciate you coming through.
Was that helpful?
No, absolutely.
It's helpful for Spenny because he's getting too strong. You're pushing the limits, Spenny.
Of the human body, Spencer. You need to dial it back a little.
The shirtless pictures are getting at me.
Hey, I'm trying.
No, Spenny's got a good frame. He can put a lot of muscle on that frame.
Yeah,
good frame.
big bone.
Good breeding stock.
boy.
Good
Yeah.
breeding stock. Listen, I'm trying to make some left guards. Like, say, listen, I've got big plans.
He's available.
Okay, we're going to turn this off now
Yep.
before
See
Spenny
you
takes
tomorrow.
it too far down the road. No, but Doc, we appreciate you as always. Thank you, my friend.
All right, thanks, sir.
Yep.
Hey, tune in on Thursday. We have a special treat for one of our Athletes Unlimited. We have a special announcement that's going to happen on Thursday.
Shout
So
out.
Cool.
we're real good with Athletes Unlimited.
Braylon Ever Show with Shep, right, on Thursday?
Yes.
There it
So
is.
we have a very special guest, very emotional. We have some of the Red Wings going to show up.
Very cool.
And we're going to do it right.
There you go.
And ladies, I'm single. If your dad's 6'4 plus, hit me up. I'm trying to make some offensive line.
There you go. So we'll leave it at that. For Stick, for KG, for the Doc, for Spencer Raxter, I'm Neil Rule. Thanks for tapping in. Big D Energy. Well, see you later.